The February frost crunched underfoot in Crescent Meadows, my unyielding suburb alive with winter's sharp bite. I was checking my fields at dawn when I found piles of trash, rotting food, plastic bags, and old furniture dumped across my private county land. My security app pinged. Karen Miller, HOA tyrant, was caught on camera hauling the junk at midnight, claiming my field was HOA cleanup. Her dump was a stink bomb, fouling my sanctuary. Karen, who'd fell my tree, banned my cabin and motorbike, had no idea my cameras recorded her trash run. I was Sarah, the 20-year-old farmer, Meadow Mart owner, conservationist, SWAT trainer, tech founder, federal health inspector, sharpshooter, Marine, county sheriff, 911 dispatcher, retired federal judge, police chief, homeland security agent, developer who built Crescent Meadows, designer of its security system, and owner of the lake, dock, and HOA. Her littering wasn't just gross. It was felony illegal dumping, and I was about to return her trash to her front yard with a twist she'd never forget. I stood by the mess, phone filming as neighbors, alerted by my app, gathered outraged. This wasn't just trash. It was Karen's most noxious assault, blind to my security and authority. My heart thumped, but a sly grin spread. She thought she could jump my field? I was about to turn her dump into a viral payback, with my sheriff's badge as the delivery truck. What unfolded wasn't just cleaning my field. It was a masterclass in poetic justice, community hustle, and comedic takedown that left Karen buried in her own trash, her HOA crushed, and Crescent Meadows roaring. My ranch wasn't just home. It was her landfill, and my return was the verdict. Karen's trash was her sloppiest crime, and my delivery with interest was about to clean her out. Crescent Meadows was a fierce suburb, its icy fields, bustling markets, and my Meadow Mart Cafe, a bold stand against Karen Miller's HOA tyranny. Once plagued by rules on improper land use and unapproved fields, it now thrived, with my 50-acre state-leased ranch and my farmhouse on unincorporated county land as its core. My field, vital for crops and community events, was HOA exempt, wired with my Crescent Code security system, cameras and sensors I designed. I'm Sarah, the 20-year-old farmer, conservationist, SWAT trainer, Meadow Mart owner, tech founder of Crescent Code, federal health inspector, sharpshooter, Marine, county sheriff, 911 dispatcher, retired federal judge, police chief, homeland security agent, developer who built Crescent Meadows, designer of its security system, and owner of the lake, dock, and HOA, with a fictional ageless fire. I'd crushed Karen 68 times, buying Meadow Mart after her farm stand ban, exposing her assault on Lily, stopping her fishing derby, evicting her fishing club, jailing fake HOA cops, rallying for a pilot's defiance, retrieving my tow tractor, shutting down her cop call on my fence, backing Ibrahim Traore, ejecting her security patrol, protecting the Thompsons' winning court from my wrecked car, defending my mom's Colt stand, exposing her 911 call on Senator Ellison, grounding her, airline stunt, nailing her bank meddling, restoring my water pipe, towing her SUV, saving my mom's nurse, rescuing Emma from her kidnapping, saving Liam from her brick attack, foiling her field grab, scaring her with my bear Bruno, defending Emma's wheelchair, stopping her 911 call on my ranch, saving Max from her clippers, voiding her lake fine, saving my pool party, recovering my stolen truck, foiling her power theft, stopping her sewage-powered lights, disarming her fake cop, rebuilding my sister's bridge, proving I owned her mortgage, stopping her assault on my wife, Alex, ejecting her trespassing officers, shutting off her pipeline, proving my Lamborghini legit, turning my lawn into an obstacle course, outshooting the FBI, stopping her fake cop arrest, handling her 911 abuse, rescuing my kids from her kidnapping, towing her Mustangs from my garage, trapping her at her gate, burying her porch in mulch, spiking her SUV on my lawn, closing her trails for my hunting, proving I built the suburb, jailing her for hitting Max, rebuilding the Thompsons' house, turning her trails in my hunting ground, catching her spying on my yard, suspending her board for burning my boat, nailing her for her 911 call on my rain tanks, foiling her eviction over my cabin, burying her in pennies for her fines, towing her car for blocking my driveway, reclaiming my cabin after her sale, sinking her cop's truck with Grandpa's tractor, evicting her fishing club with Marcus, arresting her for breaking into my garage, busting her 911 call on my pool, stopping her fake cop arrest, seizing her HOA with my deed clause, crushing her motorbike ban, locking her pool access, and charging her for felling my tree. My security footage and share of powers were my latest weapons. Karen Miller, mid-50s, was a desperate bully, her clipboard a flimsy prop for her fading control. Exiled, jailed, and bankrupted, she'd dumped trash in my field, unaware it was felony illegal dumping. My land was private, and my cameras rolled. Her scheme, backed by a crumbling HOA remnant, relied on fake cleanup claims, blind to my evidence and authority. Key allies included Alex, my Delta Force operative wife, my sister Mia, a nurse, my brother Jake, a Marine, my cousin Vince, leader of the Iron Riders bikers, my mother Ellen, a sharpshooter with dialysis, Tom, my biologist friend who monitored the lake, Linda, the councilwoman who backed my fights, Lily, my waitress-turned-leader, Grandpa Joe, our tractor-driving patriarch, and Marcus Thompson, Navy SEAL and lake owner. Deputy Harris, my SWAT deputy, led the response, and my FBI contact, Agent Laura Chun, was ready to escalate. The Crescent Meadows Forum, our digital hub, would amplify the fight. The setting was a bitter February morning in 2029 at my ranch's field on a county road, where Karen's trash heaps stank and my cameras recorded. Neighbors, alerted by my app, gathered in fury. Karen's dumping was a crime, and her ignorance of my system was her fatal error. This wasn't just about trash. It was Karen's final assault on Crescent Meadows' freedom. For me, it was a chance to protect my field, return her mess, and unite our community. As I filmed, I knew this fight would echo our victories and stink with our spirit. Karen's trash dump was a flagrant crime. HOA cleanup, her note amid the garbage lied, claiming my field was community disposal. I filmed, gagging, "This is my land, Karen. You're a felon." My cameras caught her unloading trash at midnight. I radioed Harris, who snorted, "Felony illegal dumping? She's garbage." Ellen, with Emma and Liam, texted my property deed, saying Karen's trashed. Linda vowed to bring county officials, noting, "Dumping on a sheriff's land? Jail." I called Agent Chun, who snapped, "This is FBI-level illegal dumping." Neighbors swarmed, filming the heaps. My forum post exploded. "Karen dumped trash in my field. I'm returning it to her yard with charges." Hashtags Karen dumps trash and hashtag Sarah fights back trended, hitting 210 million views. Jake, my barista, live streamed from Meadowmart, showing my footage indeed. "Crescent Meadows cleans with Sarah," he said, hitting 215 million views. Lily handed out flyers about property laws, explaining, "Sarah's field is private. Karen's a polluter." Karen's HOA cronies, a duo with signs, "Community cleanup," tried to defend her, but neighbors drowned them out, chanting Sarah's field. Mia shared my share of credentials, proving my clout. I share my camera clip. "Karen's a dumper. I'm hauling her trash back." The video hit 3 billion views. Marcus Thompson arrived, saying, "She targeted me too. I am testifying." His veteran weight rattled the cronies. Harris's SWAT team and Chin's FBI unit arrived, inspecting the trash. "Clear felony," Chun said, noting hazardous waste. I flashed my sheriff badge, live streaming. "Karen dumped in my field. I'm returning it with felony charges." The stream hit 15 billion views, with news vans circling. Comments flooded. "Sarah's a legend. Karen's junked." Linda arrived with a federal prosecutor, announcing Karen's act is felony dumping. The crowd chanted "Return, return," as the cronies fled. The FBI found Karen at her condo, clutching a fake disposal rule. Harris cuffed her as I loaded her trash, plus manure interest from my farm, onto Grandpa Joe's tractor trailer. Karen rambled, "It's our land," but Chin held up my footage indeed. "You're under federal arrest," she said. The forum planned a clean field day at Meadowmart with music and eco-demos. Karen's lie about cleanup collapsed. My field was mine. The stage was set, not just to clean my land, but to bury her in her mess and rally Crescent Meadows around my return. Her trash was her end, and my delivery was our victory. My ranch was a fortress of justice. Karen stood cuffed at her condo, trembling, as Harris and Chun reviewed her fake rule. My trailer, piled with her trash and manure, was parked, ready to dump on her pristine front yard. The live stream hit 16 billion views, with hashtag Karen Dumps Trash and hashtag Sarah Fights Back trending globally. Neighbors packed my field, waving signs, Sarah's field. No HOA atrasai. News crews broadcast live. Anchors calling it a sheriff's payback versus HOA pollution. The air roared, and I was ready to unload Karen's mess. Tom addressed the crowd, voice steady. Sarah's field is private, HOA-exempt county land. Karen's dumping is a federal felony. He showed my footage and waste analysis, proving her crime. Neighbors cheered, sharing the clips online. Ellen handed out flyers, saying, Sarah's sheriff. Karen polluted her field. The forum surged. Karen's a dumper. Sarah's our hero. A viral tweet read, HOA Karen dumps trash in sheriff's field. Gets it back with manure. Hashtag Karen dumps trash. Karen yelled, it's our cleanup. But Shin held up my footage, stating, you committed felony illegal dumping. Her face crumpled. She hadn't known my cameras. Eco groups joined X, posting, Karen's attack on Sarah's field is a disgrace. Support Crescent Meadows. The Change.org petition, Justice for Sarah's Field, hit 215 million signatures with comments like Sarah's a legend and Karen's done. Linda spoke to reporters, voice firm. Sarah's leadership and field are our pride. Karen's dumping threatens us all. She announced a council motion to fine the HOA $3.9 million and affirm my control. The crowd roared, chanting clean field. The HOA, gutted by scandals, leaked text disavowing Karen. She's rogue. Neighbors guarded my field as Vince's biker crew patrolled the ranch. I grabbed the megaphone, heart pounding. Karen dumped trash in my field, but I'm sheriff, I own the HOA, and I'm returning it with interest. I proposed a clean field day at Meadow Mart with cleanups, music, and a fundraiser for eco-justice, inviting all. The crowd cheered, volunteering to haul the trash. I shared online, Karen's dump failed. Join us for Clean Field Day. The live stream hit 17 billion views with hashtag Clean Field Day trending. Comments flooded, Sarah's unstoppable. Karen's buried. Karen made a last stand, yelling at Chun, the HOA's above you. But Rachel, my attorney, arrived with a federal indictment. You're charged with illegal dumping, trespass, and conspiracy, she said, as Harris tightened her cuffs. The crowd parted, phones filming as I drove the trailer to Karen's yard, dumping her trash and manure in a reeking pile. Jake's stream hit 32 billion views, with comments like, bye Karen. Field wins. News ran headlines. 20-year-old sheriff dumps HOA Karen's trash back with manure. Lily organized kids to paint clean field signs, while Tom tied it to my lake, saying Sarah protects our land. Harris secured my field, and neighbors cheered as the dump hit Karen's lawn. Chun verified my deed, and Linda promised county funding for a Crescent Field sign, marking my ranch's status. The stage was set for a victory that would clean my field, end Karen's reign, and show Crescent Meadows' power. Karen was cuffed, but my trash return would shock everyone. The federal courthouse roared with justice as Karen faced trial, my field cleared and fragrant. The livestream hit 33 billion views, with hashtag Karen Dumps Trash and hashtag Sarah Fights Back trending worldwide. Neighbors packed the gallery, waving clean field signs as news crews filmed. I stood in my sheriff uniform, my roles as sheriff, Homeland Security agent, and HOA owner now, a verdict, my evidence our blade, ready to bury Karen. Judge Larson, a federal veteran, called order. Ms. Miller, you're charged with illegal dumping, trespass, and conspiracy, he said. Rachel presented my footage, showing Karen's midnight dump. The plaintiff is sheriff, Homeland Security agent, and HOA owner, she said. The gallery cheered, phones filming for the forum, where comments surged. Karen's done. Sarah's our field. Shin testified, voice sharp. Karen's dumping violated federal environmental laws and targeted private land. She showed the waste analysis, sparking gasps. Linda announced the council's $3.9 million HOA fine and my permanent control. The crowd chanted field, field, as kids wave-painted fields, symbols of our win. Tom showed my deed and waste report, proving the crime's scope. Sarah's return buried her, he said, sparking applause. I unveiled a Crescent Fields sign sketch, county-backed, to mark my ranch's status. This field's mine, and Karen's guilty, I said, sharing it online. A sprout under a federal seal. The forum erupted. Perfect. Sarah's legacy. Larson reviewed the evidence. Footage, report, ordinance, calling it overwhelming. Karen, pleading not guilty, claimed, it's HOA cleanup. But Rachel played her dumping, exposing her lies. Larson ruled, guilty on all counts. 10 years for Miller, $5.2 million in damages to Sarah, and HOA dissolution. The gallery roared as Karen slumped, broken. My digital dossier, footage, report, indictments, was handed to the press, ensuring conviction. News ran it live. 20-year-old sheriff dumps HOA Karen's trash back with felony. The crowd surged, music blaring, as Clean Field Day plans took shape. I gave the mic to Vince, who grinned. Sarah's field is our pride, he said. Neighbors hugged him, guarding our ranch in solidarity. This wasn't just Karen's defeat. It was Crescent Meadows' triumph, proof our community could outshine pollution. As my field stood clean, justice prevailed. Karen's conviction was Crescent Meadows' victory. News ran headlines like Sheriff dumps HOA Karen's trash back with felony and Sarah's field's triumph. The live stream hit 36 billion views, with hashtag Karen dumps trash trending for weeks. Fan art of my field sign as a justice symbol flooded the forum, and eco groups invited me to speak. Talk shows called, but I stayed grounded, saying, this is about our community. Clean Field Day was a sensation. Thousands joined, neighbors, kids, Harris's team, cleaning fields, dancing, and unveiling the Crescent Field sign. Meadowmark catered, and Tom led eco talks, tying the field to my lake bluefins. The event raised $18 million for eco-justice, and state leaders hailed it as a model. The forum buzzed with photos. Sarah's field shines. No more Karens. The HOA was eradicated. Linda's vote fined it $3.9 million and dissolved it, with new laws banning dumping. Karen got 10 years, was banned from Crescent Meadows, and vanished to a prison cell, reportedly arguing over rules. Don't dump like Karen became a local joke painted on fences. My ranch became a tourist draw, with visitors snapping field selfies. Meadow Mart and my farm stand soared. The cafe hosting fields nights with music and eco talks. Tourists flocked to Sarah's field, boosting sales. Neighbors brought gifts, mini sprouts, sheriff patches, saying my fight inspired them. Tom's data showed my lake thriving, celebrated at a community feast. The digital dossier, footage, report, verdicts was studied for environmental laws influencing policy. Lily mentored kids, painting eco signs for the ranch. The forum planned a fields fest with cleanups, music, and SWAT drills, cementing our spirit. Sarah turned Karen's trash into our triumph. One post read, I hired teens to patrol my field, giving them pride. At the fest, under a Fields Forever banner, Linda toasted to Sarah, Marcus, Vince, and Crescent Meadows, where fields defeat tyrants. Fireworks burst, kids danced, and my ranch glowed. Karen's trash had been a spark, but we'd built a legacy. Meadow Mart, my field, and my ranch were our stronghold, proof no bully could litter our spirit. As stars shone, I knew Crescent Meadows would always stand proud, clean, and unstoppable.